Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for question and answer. This one says, "Hi, behind you."
Oh, the truck.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
Hey,
Oh.
dude.
It's a semi-truck. Or semi-truck.
Who is your favorite superhero?
Ooh. For me, I know it's kind of a Trump, but it's Superman. Well, just because, like, yeah, I get the whole Batman argument. That's great. But, like, Superman is just so OP. Like, he could mess up anyone. And it's just like...
For you non-video game people, OP stands for overpowered.
Oh, yeah. He's super overpowered. Lives in the sun for 1,000 years, and he comes out, like, he can destroy whole planets. Like...
I think like the whole concept of the Flash is really awesome, and I don't watch the TV show. I've never read any of the comics, but like I just think it would be awesome to be able to do the stuff that he does, like to like in a sense freeze time, just be able to run around. The physics of it all does kind of bother me. It's like if you were actually traveling at 1,000,000 miles an hour everywhere, and like if I touch Spencer, it's like force equals mass times acceleration. So theoretically, full flash speed. So the physics don't make sense. But anyway, I think it's kind of cool. What is your all-time favorite ice cream flavor?
It actually used to be the Superman flavor, which is kind of ironic in the heels of the last question. As a kid, I loved Superman because there's just like the rainbow colors and all that fun stuff. I grew into Moose Tracks.
Ooh.
I love having a peanut, like when I find, like I will seriously like search like relentlessly for those peanut butter cups.
Where is it? I really like the cookie dough. Yeah, just straight up cookie dough is good for me. But I do like cookies and cream, and I like coffee flavored ice cream in the last couple of years has made an entrance into my life. When was the last time you farted? From Bailey. Well, Bailey. Oh! 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 Right now! Oh! When was the last time you farted?
I don't want our parts to mix.
Can we start doing water stuff during Impact once or games twice a month?
Once the fall kickoff starts at September 10th, there will be elements that Josh and I are going to be incorporating of like, you know, doing crowd breakers or like all team games and things like that.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
As for water stuff, you know, the colder it gets, the harder it gets.
Literally ice.
Yeah,
it's pretty hard.
Yes, literally. So we could do ice games, and hence winter camp. And I've never been, but I hear you guys do some awesome stuff at winter camp. So
yeah. What's your favorite part about a taco? And that question is from Anna.
I think literally the only thing that actually counts is like the bottom half of the taco. Because when you can eat the top half, the only time that to me ends up being good is if you have like a Doritos Locos taco and it's like Doritos, because then you're like, oh, I actually have a reason to eat the top half of my taco.
True. My favorite part is the meat. I savor it the most, and I look forward to it the most. Chipotle tacos with like the steak in the bottom. Oh, so good. You know, chicken is cheaper, definitely. So if I'm buying chicken. But if somebody else is buying, we going for steak. Elise Reedbell asks, when was the last time that you sneezed? Well, I'm just kidding.
I was like, oh snap, you can do that too. That's a good question.
Yeah, I always get triggered by the people who like have their sneezes and they're like, "Ah!" And like you can tell that their sinuses just hold all of it, and it's like, is your face about to explode? Like that looks very uncomfortable. What bear is best? From
Bear.
Jim and Dwight. So if you watch The Office, what bear is best? That's a ridiculous question. False. Black bear. What? What is your favorite TV show? Well, for me, that one answers itself. It's the only TV show that I've honestly like ever watched through. It's The Office.
Possibly a show called Heroes. It's a little bit older now, but Heroes came out a few years ago. I never finished it, but I used to watch a show called Heroes, and I watched like season 1 and 2. So good.
Hey bros,
So.
What's your favorite meme from Paris? We also got this question from another person, Brittany Kunder. So I'll shout her out. For a while, I really was into Caveman SpongeBob. That was my favorite, just like, you know, like whenever anything happened. The numbers girl, like the girl who's like, you know, doing this and all the numbers kind of like go around her face a little bit. So like, I'll just think of that. Like if I'm in a conversation with a person and they're just not making sense or they're contradicting themselves, I'll just like think of that meme and I'll be listening to them and I'll just be like,
yes.
you know, like try to hold it together like, wow, that statement really doesn't make sense, but okay. So that's my favorite right now, I guess.
Ooh. My favorite meme is probably that guy who's he's got his head tilted to the side and he's got the earring or whatever, and he's like, kind of like,
oh, with the lips, right? Yeah. Wow. Again, question. What kind of bear is best? Dash Jim. This is legit. This is the second time, and it's in different handwriting too, and a different pen. So, okay.
Hey, people want to know what the best bear is.
Black bear. What did you think of Whitney's friend? So probably maybe from Helen.
Yes.
I think Helen's a bro.
Actually, Whitney, did you guys actually introduce me by my name? I think all you said was, "Hey, this is my friend." So
that's what I heard too. I had to actually ask for the name.
Yeah, I never got a name, so I'm not even sure. I can't fact check on if her name's Helen or not. She seemed like a definitely bro.
The only reason I remember that your name is Helen is because I had a friend from New Zealand whose name was Helen, but she said her name like Helen. Right. Allie asks, "Are you a cat or a dog person?" Dog. We were thinking about bringing Spencer's dog on the road trip, actually. So
yeah, having Lola, she would have been our mascot, but it would also be a lot of work because she's kind of a diva.
Yeah,
she's real needy.
I'm gonna actually rock the boat a little bit. I'm actually a cat person, but I'm not a dog person, if that makes sense. Like I would say I'm a both person. We grew up. We had a pit bull growing up, and we also had a couple of cats growing up. I love cats for their like independence, like. For a cat, you don't really have to worry about them pooping all over your floor.
Yeah.
They will just go poop in their litter box and kind of clean up after themselves. So they don't need no man. What is the worst food you've had at a restaurant, and which restaurant was it? Ellie Tyson. So, I mean, it's kind of cheating, but not really. I was in Cambodia, and they had this beef. Even thinking about it it just makes me like gag and cringe. They had this beef with like I don't know, like a cooked green vegetable in it. I don't know, it's like an Asian vegetable. But anyway, I ate this and I got like deathly sick from it. It was the worst thing. I was just feeling so awful. I was throwing up, and I mean, honestly, this is TMI, but I pooped my pants. Because my food poisoning and my sickness was so bad from this food. So I don't know which restaurant it actually was. It was on like one of those like riverboat tours that they brought out the food for us, but that was definitely the worst thing that I've ever eaten like at a restaurant or something, because it just absolutely wrecked my insides.
So we were in Greece, I think, and we roll up to this place where like we were super hungry, and you have to understand that like in other parts of the world, like their portion sizes are not American portion sizes.
Yep.
So like you're
cut
like,
it in half and take a little off.
Yeah. We roll up on this place, and it's essentially like someone's house, it looks like. They have a couple of like chairs and tables outside, and so we sit down, and they literally like brought up these fish. But the thing is, they just grilled the fish straight out, like just put the fish right on it, and like it was the entire fish, and like head and everything. And I just remember eating a lot of bones, and about halfway through, I'm like, no, I'm done. And I couldn't eat the rest of it. But I didn't end up getting sick, but it was a nasty. I mean, when you got like a fish and its eyes are looking at you, like, why are you doing this to me? Like, it puts you off, man. It puts you off.